my friends, I'm the vegan. I want to make a fruit meal today. That's one of my two pillars. If I don't know what to eat in a day, you always can go back to a simple rule. One fruit dish and one vegetable dish. The rest I can play, whatever I like. Can be anything, just plants, of course. Yeah, and a fruit dish is great fun, because fruit are just fun. Yeah, and wonderful. My best food. Not the healthiest food, that is greens, of course, I have to admit. And then spices and herbs. I'm a big fan of spices and herbs. And the third is fruit. And I have apricots today. They are right in season. Right now they're coming in season, and more wonderful apricots here. I have a big bag. When I saw them there, I got a big bag here. Beautiful color. You see orange, yellow color. They come from China originally. 4,000 years ago or so. Then 2,000 years ago they have been brought to the Mediterranean. So we have a long time, and they are super healthy. They are for the eyes, for the skin, for digestion, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory. They are so healthy. Yeah, but the health benefits is one thing, because I know basically all kinds of fruit have wonderful health benefits, you know. All kinds of plants do in some way or another. There are some exceptions, of course, but usually an edible plant has their own health benefits. It always more depends on the culture and your personal situation, what's needed most. And by the time I get more and more a gut feeling of what I want right now, and come season up apricots, you can't stop me. I get the apricots if I can. So now I want to make an apricot in the focus of my fruit salad, a very simple thing. And I usually have a centerpiece, that is in this case the apricot. I have a dressing to make it more nutritious and more variety. And I found in a recent fruit salad with nectarines, are also a wonderful fruit, very different flavor and profile. Sweet sour, they're all sweet sour, but apricots are a little bit tangy. Very special fruit flavor. And the nectarines are wonderful with the cashew cream. I tried the same cashew cream with my apricots at first. I thought, nice, okay, but, you know, apricots, for example, they have a tangy, little sour flavor sometimes. Could be different from nectarines, if you want to talk about a big difference here between these fruits. But I found actually almonds are much better here for apricots than cashews, which are wonderful nectarines, I said. Because that's how I always look at my fruit. I try to combine them with different other things, like fruit, spices or so. And almonds is my choice today for the apricot cream, for the cream for the apricot fruit salad. So here, just a handful of almonds. I cannot take too much because I want to have a small amount of dressing only. It's just one portion for myself. A small handful of nuts usually does the job. So almond today. Put the almonds in. And I know the almond has a brown skin, a peel, as you see. That means if you blend it just with dates, as in the cashew cream dressing I made, you have a much coarser feeling. You know, the brown skin makes it coarse. It's not so nice. It doesn't get really creamy. But when you put a banana into it, yeah, then it gets creamy, because the banana has a wonderful fiber and many times more creaminess with the almonds. Yeah. For the cashews, you don't need to do that. The cashew are dissolved perfectly into a cream, but the almonds don't. So a banana, I tried without banana, it didn't really work. It's a little bit coarse. You know, I could eat it, but if I want to serve it to my friends, I would rather say put a banana in there. It's one more ingredient, so I want to minimize the ingredients, but this one is needed, I would say. And then, of course, I have these ingredients here, the lime this time, and a small amount of dates to make it sweeter, to balance the lime. The lime I chose over the lemon. In my cashew cream, I had a little bit of lemon. Perfect with cashews or lemons. But almonds, not only a different texture, they also have a different flavor. They're a little bit bitter, a little bit more, there's a little bit more bite in an almond. as compared to cashews. They're very gentle, buttery. So the lime might be much better with almond in this case, also with the apricot. So they have a stronger character, almonds and limes, yeah, like the apricots. Yeah, I felt that might be a good attempt. I tried and it worked. I'm just figuring out the measurements now. So I have now 4 dates here, small dates here shown. They are pretty small. Yeah. It depends on how big your dates are and so on, large they are and so on and so on. 4 medium small dates and 1 lime. And I have another lime here just in case it might not be sour enough. I'm not sure. I would try. Yeah. If the dressing is too sweet, yeah, then the whole thing it's not so nice. If the dressing is too sour, you have a problem with the apricots because they have a hidden quality, the apricots. That's the sourness, the sour flavor, the sour aspect of that flavor. If you put, for example, a raspberry on top of these apricots, you could ruin the whole dessert or breakfast because these 2 sour flavors, they push each other up, and together with a too sour dressing, you wouldn't have a nice harmony anymore. So sweet and sour here have to be balanced, and together with this special flavor of the almond and the lime. I'll try that now. I might use 1 more lime here, but I will see to that after the blending. And I have a little bit of cinnamon here. That is, I think, very nice. Also for apricots, it's a wonderful seasoning, and yeah, I'll always try, if I can, a little bit of seasoning because they are super healthy and exciting flavor. And for fruit, yeah, especially sweet and sour fruit are wonderful with cinnamon. Many of my desserts or breakfast with fruits, I will use cinnamon. It's a standard. And now a little bit of water, not too much. Yeah, just to begin with a small amount, maybe half a cup or so. Let's blend it up and see what happens. Blender, dance. Let's see what happens here. The texture is pretty okay. You always have to see. It's too thick, is it too thin, too runny? But it looks nice. The fragrance already also nice, yeah. I can smell a lime, the almond, the banana a little bit. So let's see. Let's see what it tastes like. Texture is good. There we go. Oh yeah, I will use a little bit more water. It thickens up a little bit. Yeah, you see, there is also, you see it? It's a little bit thick. Also, always when the dressing goes up the blender walls here from inside, you see it's a little bit thick because when it's runnier, it comes down faster. It's a sign. It's a sign it's a little bit too thick. And it always reflects on the flavor. It's too thick, you have too little water, and so the flavors are more dense. You don't taste them fully, can unfold. That's why I have just the smallest amount of water to add and let it blend in. Blender dance. Yeah, it runs down faster a little bit, not much. Taste it again. Yeah, it looks better. It was almost gelling up. And there we go. That's acceptable. Yeah, nice. You know what? I put 1 more date. Here, my dates have a small case here. Put 2 more dates. 2 more dates. And a bit more water. Just a little bit. A bit more sweetness. It's always a little bit twisting, tweaking, you know. It's more runny now a little bit. And the thing was a little bit more sweetness I wanted. Yeah. Yeah. Small a little bit, but yeah, it's considerable. Here, now I'll show you again. These are my apricots. They are small apricots, and here that is now maybe 3 cups almost. And you cut them into small pieces for a fruit salad. That is always the way to go. Small pieces are nicer to eat. And it's whole meal. It's a whole fruit meal, together with the nut dressing, dates, and so the bananas. It's very unnutritious. I show you what it looks like. Runs over the apricots. It's a whole lot of almond cream, lime almond cream, and that's good because I don't know. I want to taste it now. I want to see how it's together, because it really changes so much. You have a different fruit; it makes such a difference. I was surprised when I tried the same with cashew dressing with the apricots. I thought, wow, what a difference! Yeah, and I guess almond makes a difference. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah. Gotta try that. Yeah, you need to take more almonds. We need more banana, because the almonds have this coarse texture. That's the difference. Also, that's why I had to use a banana. But it's very nice. It's a very gentle flavor. Very nice, fine, subtle, and we have these wonderful apricots. Yeah, so let's celebrate the apricots a little bit. That's the recipe to do that. And on top go one of the healthiest fruit at all. It's blueberry, and I recommended a handful every day. It goes direct to the brain. The blue color, they're very famous nutrients. These blue colors. Colors are nutrients, and they make the fruit so great. Also, these kind of nutrients, these phytonutrients. They have all different names, all according to their colors. And many of these nutrients are named in color groups. Cyano, for example, for blue. These cyanonutrients, with the cyano word in the name, they go directly to the brain through this barrier. There's a barrier, natural barrier of the body, because the nutrients, to make sure the nutrients have to be clean that go to the brain. Brain is very sensitive. It's our most important organ, inner organ. It just regulates everything. And the body wants to make sure that we don't contaminate it, of course. That would be very, very dangerous for us, for our health. And so it has a barrier, natural barrier here. To pass there, you have to have a certain clearance. And the blueberries, they go right through this blue color. In the apricots, the orange color are the luteins and other nutrients, color nutrients, very super healthy for the eyes and for the skin, and so there are all different names for these colors. And now this is my breakfast. How you feel about this? It looks very nice, right? Very simple. You just have the apricots here, a lime, almond cream, and a nice precious topping, and it makes it a little bit more exciting. And of course you have to see, I picked the blueberries for the apricots, not the raspberries, as I said. The raspberries would bring out the sour flavor very strongly and predominantly, so the balance would be, there would be no balance anymore. Too much sour definitely ruins the flavor of the overall flavor of a recipe. But the blueberry is very nice here. They correspond, they like the sour tones for a seasoning. Blueberry and lemon or lime are perfect combinations. Also with the cinnamon was also very nice, this blueberry. So that's how I a little bit figure, and of course you have to find out these things. You have to get to know your nutrients. That's how cooking begins for me, with the nutrients. So I go shopping or I go to the garden, field, get my food, and then I begin to play with it. What do I have is the first thing, what is in season, what is available at the shops or in nature, and then you begin to play and find how to combine them. That's it, and that's the way, when you go simple, with simple recipes, I can easier find out what a nutrients do, what a food, what an ingredient does, how they react, how they interplay, and so. It's a lot of fun. It's not a biggie. It's easy to do it. I do it every day. If you want to follow me on YouTube, I would be happy. Subscribe, Ably Vegan. Have again another recipe every single day. A little journey here, but a virtual invitation to my kitchen. And you can also like my video. It will be thanks if you liked it. I would be glad. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. I hope to see you soon.